right, guys, we're going to be doing this Best Ball Mania draft. I've got the 6th pick. I'm pick right from the middle. If you haven't checked out one of the videos that I've done preparing you, the do not draft list, the 0 running back targets, the elite QB stacks, go check those out over on the smizzle Fantasy Football channel. Let's check out how this draft goes. Let's go.
He's a legend.
Let's see who's in this draft. Venescula. I don't know anybody yet. There's a red badge. Red badge at 11. I'm assuming he shouldn't affect me. I got a lot of randos that I don't know. They may be amazing, right? Let's get a Zoom call with Eckler and discuss strategy. Sure. Let's see how standard this goes early, right? Let's see how standard. Yeah, Jefferson, then Chase. Jefferson, then Chase, then Cup. Christian McCaffrey should probably be next. Yeah, then Tyreek Hill. Yeah. Okay. Chat, I'm going to leave this up to you. What do you want? What do you want, chat? Do you want Steph Diggs? Do you want Travis Kelce? I'm going to go Steph Diggs. The American hero. I have to draft Steph Diggs. It's in my contract that I have to draft some Steph Diggs. I have to do it. Whether I'm able to get Josh Allen, we'll find out. In the stacks video, we just discussed how Josh Allen's ADP is falling to around 27. So there's certainly outs to this. But we're going to try and do this the way that we're going to try and hit the home run. I could play this close to the vest, but hitting the home run puts me on the hot seat. Hitting the home run means getting Allen to fall to me in the 3rd round. If Allen falls to me in the 3rd round, then that means I can nab another superstar player here in the 2nd, which would then allow me the probability of having the best case scenario for my team. Kelce about auto 20 points in DraftKings, not so much on Underdog. Only 2 badges in this draft. There's been a lot more badges recently in all the drafts, like 3, 4, 5, 6 badges. 2 badges in this draft. Only 2. 2 higher experienced players. AJ Brown, CD Lamb. Let's see if Amon-Ra makes it past the turn here. He didn't. See, I would have gone Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and left myself outs. Amon-Ra at 11, and then if CD makes it back to 14, yes. If CD doesn't make it back to 14, then you take Pollard, and you have your week 17 start. You smell a snipe with only 2 badges? Yeah, that's why it's dangerous. That's why this draft route is going to be very dangerous, because of all the randomness here in front of me with all these dudes. His ADP sitting here between pick 27 and 28. I need Josh Allen to fall 2 spots. I also have to leave myself ready for outs in case. So that's why I want to do it this way. See, there went Pollard. Pollard's ADP is around here, but like this was, in my opinion, I would not that he's doing it wrong, but that's why I pick Amon-Ra St. Brown first in one of these 10, 11, 12 spots and making sure that I get that. Need a table flip emote. Isn't there like a Twitch one? Isn't there like an automatic Twitch? Like they have one in their thing, like the little dude flipping the table. How hasn't Henry been picked? Huh? His ADP's later. Henry's ADP is a bit later. See? ADP of 22. Saquon, this is freaking me out with the immediate zeros. I'm gonna go with Olave in this spot. I really like Olave. I do. And now we wait. There goes Derrick Henry. And now we hope, we pray that Josh Allen makes it to us. Devontae Smith. See, this is the issue that I spoke about on the top stacks video, that like AJ Brown, you're not getting both of Brown and Smith. I'm going to guess that he's going to target Hurts in this spot if Hurts falls to him. Hurts does go a lot at the 1-2 turn, or sorry, the 2-3 turn. Jonathan Taylor, the man who looked like he was 78 years old with that back the other day. Looked like he needs a backiotomy. I don't think he's going to not play. Higgins Burrow is there for Air LBJ, a man who cannot decide who the GOAT is. Oh, Higgins didn't make it back to him. I'm pretty sure JT would have. No QBs off the board. Do not draft 2-3 QBs at 25, 26, 27. Please don't do this to me. Now I'm nervous. Chat, I'm super nervous right now. Oh God. Ramondre. Okay. Come on. Jalen Hurts, saw that coming. Don't you do it. Neither of you don't. Mark Andrews, K. All right. Don't do it. Please. Let it work. Calvin Ridley, it worked. We got to go here. We got to go here. Josh Allen, the gambit. Let's go. It worked. First 3 rounds, Josh Allen, Steph Diggs, Chris Olave. Let's go! Chat goes wild. Chat goes wild. Hashtag content. Bink. Just like we wrote it up, baby. Sometimes plan A comes to fruition. That's what we love. Auto draft the rest. GG. Okay, so now here's what I'm going to do. Now, I rarely put things up on the screen because I don't want to get sniped. But on DraftKings, you can't do this. But on Underdog, you could type like Buffalo, right? And you can just ping, 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 ping. You can put them in the queue. That way you know if any of them are gone, and you have to shift your thing. You can sort by the city name. You wanted Eckler? Okay, it's fair. Eckler's fine. Love Eckler. Let's go back to this view. Oh, baby. That's a good feeling. That's how we start a draft. Steph Diggs, Olave, Josh Allen. Average Amari. Light break looks as though he is going for the Cleveland stack. Obviously, Deshaun Watson goes a little bit later. I think around 8 or 9. So no, around 7 or 8, somewhere in here. I don't know what his current ADP is. It's a sexy top 3. Gotta say I like it. Lamar Jackson. Yup. For El Kamish. Football in 34. You know, I don't hate getting Devontae Adams. That's a sick team. CeeDee Lamb, Devontae Adams, Deebo Samuel in the first 3 rounds. McLovin says, start to look like you know something. Every once in a while, things break your way. Breece Hall, Jahmyr Gibbs. All right. Lions stack brewing. Breece Hall, one of my do not draft guys, though. But he is clearly building a thing. And he's building it through later round QBs. Because Goff is going like the 125s, and that's also where Aaron Rodgers is going. It leaves him with 2 very easy to build stacks with upside. I don't hate this build at all. I just am side-eyeing Breece Hall. Jerry Jeudy, 0 RB type drafter here. So we're probably going to be competing for guys later in the draft. Rounds, let's say 8 through 12, football and I are going to be competing for running backs. Also, this gentleman right here, we're going to be competing to get the guys that we all want. Can I elaborate on why no Breece? I like Breece as a player. I typically try to avoid running backs who are coming back from knee reconstruction in that next year. Just there has never, in the last 5, 6, 7 years, there has not been a single guy who has not been a bust. All right, so because of the makeup of this draft, I'm going to tab ETN here. I don't normally go with running back super early, but I do like this Jacksonville offense. It does lead me to something, and it gives me, it's not like a hero running back situation, but it gives me outs in case I get sniped for a bunch of those 0 RB target type running backs. I'm going to have to take a guy in that spot. Wide receiver dead zone? No. Terry McLaurin's still out there. He's very good. I like McLaurin a lot this year. Ayuk's there. There goes McLaurin. Joe Mixon. Friend of the show, Scott Barrett, yesterday wrote a thread on Twitter about how every running back sucks. It was really good. He highlighted the top 20 running backs. About every one of them sucks. It was a good thread. Go find that on Twitter. Mike Williams around 48. It's about where he goes. At the turn here, 4-5 turn. Does he reach here to get Herbert? I think that's got to be what he's debating, right? Do I take Herbert here? Because you ain't getting him on the way back. Went Hawkinson. I was kind of hoping Hawkinson would have fallen to me. He was the other player that I wanted to take there in the 4th round, and I didn't. Air LBJ with the Burrow. Could have had the Burrow double, but didn't go for it. Or he was just hoping to get the same sort of value that I was getting. At 54, this is a tough spot. You know, this is not a pick that I love. It really isn't. There's going to be something that could be questionable no matter who I pick with this pick. The 5th round is a very tough round. I have a guy that I want, though. I got him. Ken Walker, dealing with a groin injury, could be out a while. That was 2 days ago, but both of them are hurt. I'm going to go and gamble on Ken Walker, though. I like the talent. Trade back for more picks. I wish I could, right? Injured at the beginning of training camp. He's got 6 weeks to come back. The rookie, I don't think is going to steal a lot of touches from him. Charbonnet. I normally don't pick a lot of running backs early in these drafts. I have a route that I want to go. The week 13, it's never too early to start thinking about what secondary stacks you're going to build. So the week 13 eliminates guys like Daniel Jones, Kirk Cousins from my stacking possibilities. I have my elite QB. I don't need to draft a second elite QB. You think rounds 8 and 9 are the toughest? I like those rounds. That's usually when I'm going after running backs. So I'm already changing off of what I normally do. I'll go with either 0 RB or hero RB most often. I will rarely draft 2 running backs in the top 5 or 6 rounds. I like this Josh Allen, Steph Diggs stack. I think Olave's excellent, by the way. Kenny Pickett, George Pickens, possibly. I mean, I've opened the door for a car stack with Olave. I could go super late round. I have not recorded the late round QB stacks video yet. I'm going to record that later this week. That'll be up on the smizzle Fantasy Football channel as well. Somebody asked if I like George Kittle this year. Yeah, Kittle's always fine. It's just there's a lot of mouths to feed there. JSN, there's an awful lot of mouths to feed. See? So football with 5 wide receivers already. No wide receivers here. So I have people on both ends. Before it comes back to me, who could ping in these later rounds, 7, 8, 9, when the 0 RB guys go, could go running back, and then running back, and then all of a sudden those guys disappear. So I kind of shifted my strategy in this draft based on the way that I believe this guy knows what he's doing. I believe this guy knows what he's doing to some extent based on the way that he built these first couple of rounds. And this guy is going to need running back. I don't know if he knows what he's doing or not, or she knows what she's doing or not, because it could be Vanessa. I don't know. Are going to be targeting the same position that I would have been targeting here, and I'm stuck losing 2 possible queued targets. So going with guys like Etienne and Walker here in the running back dead zone rounds of 4-5 leaves me outs where I don't need to get 2-3 of those guys later in the draft, which is something that I'm always looking. Do I like Khalil Herbert? He's fine. Like, we're talking about players. When you're talking about Khalil Herbert, you're talking about guys that are later, like pick 120 through 150. It's like they're all fine. They all have upside if they get a lion's share of the targets. I thought Khalil Herbert ran really well last year. But how much run is he going to get? He's also got a quarterback who's going to vulture touchdowns on an offense that isn't amazing. So how many red zone opportunities he's going to get? Pittman falling to pick 65. Trevor Lawrence, we're up here. Not going to get Gabe Davis on the way back. So I'm going to take Gabe Davis right there. Everything's coming together. Got everything that I want in this draft. Let's freaking go. Diggs, Olave, Allen, Etienne, Walker, Gabe Davis. Gotta hope that Walker's groin feels better. He's got a bit of a groin strain, his own, we hope. Alexander Madison, Goddard, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, Goddard, right? 2 of the top 3 Jalen Hurts target getters. You're not going to get both A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith in the same draft. I mean, you could. You'd have to reach for A.J. Brown. This would have been the situation where if you reach for A.J. Brown, you take Devontae Smith, you get Jalen Hurts here on the way back. You could. You could also get sniped for Jalen Hurts and flip a table. Let's move this down here. I'll leave you guys a few rounds so you can see it behind my big old head. I don't know if no, he did have T. Higgins. That's fine. So T. Higgins and Patrick Mahomes for the week 17 correlation. I don't mind that. Also has Addison and Hawkinson going to be targeting Kirk Cousins later. Treylon Burks at 74. Oof. Not a fan of that pick. Oh, we're up again. Yeah. Yep. Pretty much getting all the players that I want. Pretty much getting everything that I want in this draft, which means it's going to be a terrible team. You finally had Ridley, Kirk, T-Law stack set up and someone snipes Lawrence right in front of you. Yeah, it happens. It's going to happen. You got to accept it and move on. It's just one of those things that you're going to have to accept and move on. I didn't even see your comment about him, but like we just did the zero running back guys. Has Hopkins been drafted? Yeah, he's around the 40s, 45 to 50. He goes all the time. Rashad White, really like him. Williams, Javonte. I love his talent. I try not to draft running backs in their first year back. See, and this is the issue. Football in 34 with the 0 RB draft, and now a lot of running backs off the board. And he's fighting somebody else who drafted a 0 RB draft at the other end of the draft at rounds pick 1 or 2, I think, where now he's got to figure it out how he's going to build that room. Reaches for Cook 10 spots above ADP. He's probably going to have to ping another running back here. I would assume it's going to be Pacheco. Looking at who else is there, Samaje Perine, it would be a massive reach to get that. Deshaun Watson for the 12 spot. What? That was the guy who had set up the Lions and Jets stacks with Rodgers and Goff. I'm extremely confused right now. He was setting up his draft really well. Pacheco does fall to, and then he didn't follow through. It was going the way that he probably was wanting it to go. And then he just said, nah, I don't want things to go the way I want them to go. I do not have a tight end. So I'm probably going to have to ping 3 late tight ends to go with this team. I have 2 players that I would like in this spot. This is how I mentioned yesterday about Cortland Sutton versus Jerry Jeudy. Sutton available at pick 95 to 100, like all the time. Like absolutely all the time. I have a preference on this pick. I definitely have a preference on this pick. And then we'll get to the rest of it. Okay. He took Cooks. That leaves me with Michael Thomas. I know. Look, leave me alone, chat. Okay? I don't have any Michael Thomas shares. I now have 1. But he goes with Olave. So bringing up the teams again to discuss those 2 things that I want to discuss. 1, 12 spot had Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Breece Hall, Jahmyr Gibbs. He had a Goff stack set up. He had an Aaron Rodgers stack set up. Homie over here, Light Break, was really, really going for the Browns. I bet you he was hoping that they made it back to him right here, that Deshaun Watson was going to make it to here. And then he just like, I'm going to pivot and go with a Brown stack with Elijah Moore. And then he'll probably take a 3rd tight end, maybe. Week 17 bring back with Cleveland. All right, sure. It's just odd. It's just odd that he left himself these stacks to go get. Maybe he is going to draft 3 QBs. Entirely possible. You're right. It is entirely possible. Nothing is like super wrong in those spots. See, Derek Carr with an ADP of 150. I'll probably have to reach just a little bit to make sure I get what I want there. Bring this up for you guys so you can follow along a little bit easier as the draft goes. Love Rashad Bateman. Rashad Bateman is somebody for that offense that I think is a bit of a difference maker. 0 running back start. Swift, Cook, right? Remember we were saying that him were going to kind of have to force the issue in the same rounds, which is something I did not want to fight against from the middle, which is why I took the running backs I took a little bit ahead of time, still allowing me the stacks that I'm looking for, the correlation that I'm looking for elsewhere, whilst giving me enough depth at running back. Half PPR, a little more touchdown oriented. ETN, a lot of inside the 5 carries last year. Whether he stays with that this year, we don't know. Kenneth Walker, I believe he will. Kenneth Walker, definitely goal line, definitely big play, splash play type of running back. David Montgomery, if he steps in anything close to the same role, we have him as well. In this spot, I'm going to leave the running back out there. I'm going to reach a little on tight end. I'm going to reach a little bit on tight end here to get Njoku. I like the upside with Njoku. I like the offense a little more this year in Cleveland versus where it was last year. Definitely need, well, I don't think we're going to get 2019 Michael Thomas, but Olave and Thomas complement one another in such a way that both can eat in the same offense. One specializes in short, possibly intermediate routes. The other one, intermediate to deep routes, in a way that was very similar, though not exact, to the way that peak Tyreek Hill, young Tyreek Hill, and peak Travis Kelce matched with one another, creating absolute nightmares for opposing defensive coordinators. You can't cover both of those things. It's impossible to cover as a defensive coordinator to take both of those things away, which makes your life impossible. I'm interested to see who falls me here. I don't know if he's going to take his QB in this spot or if he's going to take running backs. Looks like a Herzig build with 3 late tight ends. Yep. Going after whatever running backs are out there. Is he going to take Charbonnet or is he going to take Pirine or Brian Robinson on the way back or Damian Harris? What do you got, chat? Thoughts on the RM preseason contests? I don't know. I don't have a thought yet. At least there's something to do with the players. I don't know how large the contests are going to be. They're full rosters. So it's encouraging people to build out collections earlier. A-Chain goes here. He's probably got to nab another running back, but he's got to start thinking about quarterback as well. Prizes are cards only. Oh, there's no money. Interesting. Dak Prescott. He did take CeeDee Lamb in the first round, if I remember correctly. 5 running backs for light break. Classic for preseason, not deep roster. What did I read then that said preseason was going to be deep roster? I'm waiting for them to announce the packs. I want to do another Rainmakers video, but I can't do it yet, so I've got to wait. They're rolling out RM info at 3-4, yeah, later today. So I can't take Samaje Perine because I already have 2 running backs with the week 9 bye week. And I don't want to have 3 because that would force me to draft somebody even later as well. I know who I want in this spot. Franchise score info just went out. Okay. They took a snapshot, right? The August 1 snapshot. So I wonder if I got money or how much money I got. So Pirine would be my pick normally here, but with ETN and Montgomery, I'm not going to. I really like Brian Robinson. As an RB4, as a 0 RB guy or an RB4, I think he's extremely solid. We get packs and coffin info tonight. Interesting. Yeah, I need as much Rainmaker info as I can possibly get so that I can do another Rainmakers video. Because without the Rainmakers video, without the information, what am I going to do? Say, hey, here's another Rainmakers video. We don't know anything new. There's nothing I can do. So I have to wait. We get that CSV on the player list. It's in the coffins. That'll be interesting. Coffin prices are way up right now. They're up like 10-15% from where they were a week and a half ago, which you love to see, right? Would still watch it. I appreciate that, though. I appreciate that you would still watch. We're at the 10-11 turn now with Venescula. Kind of liking how this team is turning out. I really do. I'm going to mark a couple more guys. Get Taysom on in there. We got Carr in there. I'm in the air on Kincaid. I may leave it up to you guys. Well, not fully, but some. You guys will have some say in whether or not I draft Kincaid. I want to know about him. I need to know about him. Nobody else down there is a necessary ping. Kincaid for sure. I'll see if there's anybody else that I feel like I have to click in this spot. Because I don't know if there is. I don't think I need to click anybody else here. So I don't think I have very much Kincaid, if any. I'm going to click him for you. Okay? There. That's chat's pick. They wanted Kincaid. I believe that I have Josh Allen's top 3 targets. Diggs, Davis, Kincaid. Okay? I have the 3. I have the Josh Allen triple. And if Josh Allen continues to do Josh Allen things that he has done in the previous few years, where he has those spike weeks and gets you those 30-plus DraftKings scoring weeks, I know this is Underdog. Allow me this because that's where the research comes from. The amount of times that they get 50-plus points out of 2 of his pass catchers is tremendous. So having the 3 main guys, having the 3 guys who will likely get 60% or more of the target market share, means that anytime he gets those big games, we are going to have big weeks. I forget, chat, who do the Bills play? Week 17, Bills schedule. Quick, chat, tell me. The Patriots. Perfect. No, you can't say Patriots and then Miami. Chat is leading me astray. Look at this. Look at that. Look what they're doing. Now I have to look it up. They play the Patriots. Week 18, they play Miami. Week 18 is not a week. Week 18. Can't do that to me. Can't triple stamp a double stamp, Lloyd. Jalen Warren. Yes, Miami's there. I'm playing with you. I mean nothing personal by it. Miami plays Baltimore. That's a good mid-round. Like if you go, what if you start a draft and you reach a little bit? Because you're not going to get him if you don't reach. But if you go like, right, you're not going to get Lamar, where'd he go? And Mark Andrews, right? You're not going to get these 2 cats here in rounds 3 and 4. So like, what if you went Tyreek Hill, Mark Andrews, Lamar Jackson? Can you still get Juju? Probably not. Rashee Rice. Juju goes around pick like 110. He's got to be gone. He's in here somewhere. Yeah, see, 118. So I'm going to reach for this one to get what I want. I know that his ADP is here. It's technically after me. I could wait, but is there anything here that I really need? No. Wait, there is. There is something I really need. I'm going to take Jerick McKinnon. 16 picks after ADP. There is something I really need. You've seen some Waddle, Lamar, Andrews getting them in the 3rd and 4th. Okay. Maybe like that. I think that's more viable on DraftKings, maybe. Underdog, it's very hard. It's very hard to get Lamar, Andrews in 3-4. You can, and that would mean you're taking Waddle at the end of beginning of the 2nd round. So yeah, it's a possible thing that you could definitely get. I don't know the probability of that though. Maybe you'll get it 30% of the time. Like if you try it, you might get it 30% of the time at pick 11, 10, 11. You could maybe get that. You could definitely get 2 of them. Chig Okonkwo. Who's the deep threat on Tennessee's offense? 1, are they the worst offensive line in the league? Arguably, right? They've got to be bottom 3. Just for argument's sake, Burks, he's not a deep threat. I think Chig Okonkwo is the best deep threat on that team. I don't even know if they're going to be able to go deep because their offensive line is so bad. So, like, they're not going to have enough time. So they have a bad offensive line, and they have wide receivers that really can't separate down the field. Sounds like a great combination. Press coverage and blitz the hell out of Tennessee all year. stack the box, press coverage, nobody can get loose. Hopkins isn't really a deep threat. He isn't a downfield separator. He gets open, but like he's not the guy that's going to pull safeties 20 yards off the line. The guy with the hyphenated name, yes. Westbrook Ikine. It worked! How is everything going according to plan? How am I getting all the guys? How am I getting everybody? How is this happening? Who do the Saints play in week 17? You can tell I have like no Saints stacks. Paid actors for sure. I agree. This is great. Saints schedule. They play Tampa Bay. All right, so I'm not getting a There's nothing. There's nothing there. Like, I'm not going to draft Kate Otten. This better cash. I mean, look, if it doesn't cash, it's not going to be for lack of trying. Oh, they play Atlanta? Oh, yeah. Where is Mac Hollins going now? Because, like, again, there was a Twitter camp video of him, like, looking like a linebacker and just juking an insurance salesman out of his shoes. And so everybody's like, Mac Hollins, ah! It's like he's still got a terrible quarterback throwing them. I broke some serious Kate Otten cards. Did I? Are there serious Kate Otten cards? Speaking of cards, first off the line national, are there any card people in the chat? Because first off the line national treasures came out today. I feel like there's wide receivers I can get. I really do. I feel like, oh, you jerk! First time I got sniped. Well, I guess we're going to get Kate Otten later. That was why I was not going to get Kate Otten later, because I was going to take Tyreek Hill right there. Thornton, I have so much Thornton and like, he doesn't look like he's doing well. I feel like Parker's the guy there. Like, I have so much Taekwon, but I'm not sure that, like, he's fast. Tight ends I could draft later. Yeah, we can get Kate Otten in the last round. Not going to take Dawson Knox. Gesicki, Hunter Henry. Just to give you an idea of us hunting week 17 correlation. Gainwell, good pick there. Mac Hollins, late round guy. Plenty of dudes that we could pick from in these spots. Gesicki's a good one. Yeah, I need to fill out this wide receiver room. I'm really good up top. It's all dependent on the Saints putting up points and Buffalo putting up points. I'm confident that Buffalo's going to put up points. I hope that the Saints can put up points. Who I think is the third wide receiver in Buffalo between Hardy, Sherfield, and Shakir? Kincaid. I think he's the three. I kind of feel like they just go big slot. Zamir White, all the way up to 170. He's creeping. Why Hollins? You didn't see the Twitter training camp video? This is how we draft here. No, I just need wide receivers. At some point, I've got to get to like 8 wideouts. And Mac Hollins has some week 17 correlation. Do I have Hodgins much? So, sneak peek at one of the players that's on my late quarterback stack list. Daniel Jones. Too cheap. Love the way Hodgins played down the stretch last year. Yes, they have a lot of guys in that wide receiver room that are just guys, but Hodgins seems to be the one that has the best relationship. You're right. No, they played. Yeah, somebody gave me the week 18 matchup. It is Buccaneers. That's why I had Kate Otten down in here. So Danny Dimes gives you a running quarterback who can also do things with late round wide receivers who do enough with Hyatt, who I think they're going to be very gadgety with, big downfield threat. You've got Hodgins as well. If you believe Paris Campbell's going to be the slot guy, you have him late. You can go with Darren Waller, who I think possibly leads that team in terms of target percentage. There's a lot of ways to go. So sneak preview on the Smizzle Fantasy Football channel. He will be one of the late round QB stacks that I like. Russell Gage would like a word. God damn it. How dare you? These two guys later. Brock Purdy at 182. Who do you guys feel is the guy in San Francisco? Who's the guy in San Francisco? Gotta be Purdy. Purdy. Chet is totally sold that it's Purdy. Purdy. Lance can't throw worth crap. Yeah, that's kind of the reality. I think we still have the Purdy's pizza delivery shirts available. The guy they drafted at 3, he's dead. Hodgins at 185 seems like a steal. I was going to take him right here. Hodgins there feels like a steal to me. Let's go Devontae. Look, they suck, but they're paying him a lot. You're not going to pay him that much. He's in that range of now he's a professional wide receiver as long as he's healthy. It should be Lance. On draft equity, on athleticism, yeah, but like he can't complete a 5-yard pass. He's throwing passes at people's ankles that are within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. You can't do that. Lance is going to get traded for a 6th-round pick. I don't think they trade Lance at all. He's completely manageable for 4 years. You got 2 more years with him as a backup QB. Don't need to be the best in the world with those weapons. Yeah, that's the thing. You just have to be effective. You can't be ineffective and be the quarterback in Shanahan's offense with the absolute absurdity of talent that they have on that San Francisco team. They're just going to let Lance rot on the bench. But like, that's his own fault. That's not their fault. Why couldn't it be Darnold? Read the quotes, right? I'm the last guy to fall for coach speak. You guys know that. I'm not a big coach speak guy. But read the context with the way Shanahan talks. I took a sickie. The way that Shanahan speaks about Purdy. He loves Purdy. All right, let's get some K. Dotton in our life. As a tight end 3, I don't care about the bye week. He's there in case we get to week 17 and he catches 2 touchdowns. Purdy's a better version of Jimmy G. I'm not ready to say that. He's a more mobile version of Jimmy G. Let's say that. Oh, Lance has tremendous upside. The problem is, Lance, you got to complete 65% plus of your passes. That's it. That's just period. If you're in that offense with those weapons, you can't miss open receivers. You just have to deliver the ball. You're a pizza guy. We had this discussion last year, right? We did this last year. That's where the Brock Purdy pizza delivery shirts came from in the first place, was that all he has to do is deliver the pizza and let these guys eat. That's it. And that's not a knock on Brock Purdy. He delivered the hell out of that pizza last year. It was fantastic. Did a great job. Top wide receivers remaining: Renfro, Hyatt, Robert, could go Davis too. Nobody else is really thrilling. So for all of the athletic upside that Trey Lance gives you, I really don't think that they can even get him on the field right. I don't think it is possible for them to allow him on the field. It would be malpractice. So the question is, can I afford another week 13 wide receiver? I think I can. I got 3 11s. I'll have 3 13s, hoping that one of Renfro or Hyatt fall to me here. If not, I'd probably go with Bobby Trees. This was a fun draft. I appreciate those of you who are still hanging out and watching. We're coming up to the end of it. We'll go over who we got. This was a very successful draft, in my opinion. I got exactly what I was highlighting to go for. Plan A worked. We got sniped like 1 time. Anytime you get sniped only once in any sort of draft, it's like that's the dream. Let's go for the upside of Hyatt. Let's go for the splash playability. I think that Jalen Hyatt has a possibility to be a better pro than Mecole Hardman. But Mecole Hardman has gone so many rounds higher than him for multiple years now because he's really fast. Well, Jalen Hyatt is also really fast. But because he doesn't play on the Chiefs, he's going really late in drafts. You know, I think Jalen Hyatt could end up being, speaking of Mecole Hardman, what we wanted Mecole Hardman to be the previous 2 years. But that's going to do it. Thank you guys for being here. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the notifications bell. We got everything we wanted. Allen, Carr, Etienne, Walker, Montgomery, Robinson, Jerick McKinnon, like at a massive round-and-a-half value. Stephon Diggs, Olave, Davis, Thomas, Reed, Samuel, Parker, Hyatt, Njoku, Kincaid, and K. Dotton. The one pick we got sniped for was Tyreek Hill, not Tyreek Hill, Taysom Hill at tight end to give us that big upside that he brings towards teams in best ball. Thank you guys for watching. Look out for another video right there.
He's a legend.